So nowadays, people throw around that acronym OG. They throw it around a lot, but they've never done anything gangster-like in their life. Well, my next guest, she's been around, and she's actually spent some time in jail and some time in the cage. And she's the lightweight champ of Dynasty Combat Sports, and most recently fought an Olympic gold medalist at PFL. This woman has attitude with a capital A and can definitely talk shit. Kind of reminds me of like Nick Diaz. I'd like to welcome the #1 headbuster. Hey, 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 this is Evolve Women's MMA. And I'm your host, Shelley Devine. So for our listeners, I want to welcome Jozette Cotton. She's a lightweight fighter, and she just recently fought at PFL out in Atlantic City, right? Is that where the fight was?
Yep.
Yeah, and she fought Kayla Harrison, and a lot of people want to know, like, they kind of stopped the fight. The referee stopped the fight. What the
That was bogus. It was bogus.
Your eyes were wide open. You were like,
I'm looking at her. He came over. I'm looking at him like, what the fuck? So, it is what it is. It's always politics to it. So, all I can do is what I can, try to appeal the decision. Everybody saw the fight. We know we were losing. So, taking the L, it has never been a problem for me. But when you do it in a fashion that not only the people in the world saw with their own eyes, not only that we can't, it's not one of those things where it just disappeared. It's on you guys' replay. The angle you have several different angles where you can look at that video and see that I'm wide the fuck awake.
Yeah.
I'm in that fight. So I'm taking nothing away from her. But a L is a L. But a TKO is totally different L than a regular L. So to have somebody finish you when you know you ain't never been finished a day in your fucking life is really,
you got finished by the ref.
It's irritating,
ref, not by Kayla.
Yeah. So it's just you replay it over and over again like there's no fucking way. Oh.
Yeah. Did you feel as though she did dominate the fight though?
Every round. So to get a TKO for nothing is mind-boggling to me again. We all saw that she was winning. So let her win. You know what I mean? There's never been a time where a referee had to come in and do anything in my fight. I don't need no fucking help. I don't need nothing. I don't need no saving. I don't need anything. You know what I mean? I come to bring the fight. I always come to bring a fight. And there's never been a fight on or in or out of the octagon that I've needed help. So when he got in there and I didn't need no fucking help, he almost got slept. You know what I mean? Almost took his ass down.
I couldn't believe it. I just was like, what? I mean, you were moving and everything. It was so flipping. I mean, maybe he thought you had a flash knockout or something, but it didn't appear to be that way. It wasn't even like, I mean, you couldn't, from the camera angles, you couldn't see if you actually got hit by her, but oftentimes it didn't look like she was actually hitting you.
Yeah, well, the replay shows exactly that, In the live video on the TV, it doesn't. When they do their own replay, which they replayed it, on the angle, they have it perfectly fucking clear. She hit me twice, right immediately when I got on the ground. When I moved, she missed both of those punches, and that's the one that he stopped. I slipped to the left, I slipped to the right, and that's when he stopped it. Both those punches missed it, and that's when he stopped that fight for no reason at all.
Yeah. So, did the promoters, say anything to you? Because did they say anything like, "Oh, we want to have you back"?
Oh yeah, that's a definitely. They're PFL. One thing about them that we said they're in talk. They're an amazing organization, and they're all for the women. They're all for the women in the heavier weight classes. They're all for the women that are in their weight class, healthy, physically, mentally, and they want to bring us girls in there without skiing, all that stuff. They want the talent, and they want us to go in there and showcase our stuff without having to do all these drastic weight cuts and all that. So next year, just as well as how they're doing it this year, the organization with the guys, they are planning to get us girls together with the same situation and platform the guys got. So next year, we will as well. Hopefully they get it, locked up and sold up, sooner than later, so we could be fighting again for $1 million, just like the guys, and however many weight classes they get. As far as I know, every person gets 2 fights, and if they make it, if their score is high enough, they get to make it to the finals for the $1 million. So we did speak briefly about that after the fight. When they do get all the women and ladies situated in the organization, would I like to come back and compete for that? And I tell them, one thing I don't like is silly questions. So, I'm coming back. All y'all got to do is say the word. All you got to do is send the contract, and I'm there. Simple as that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I can't help but wonder with Kayla, they're kind of utilizing her Olympic, background, and her being kind of, a lot of people know who she is globally, and using her as a person to elevate that platform, as they did with Ronda Rousey, like in the UFC.
Already got fans, already got that. I just think that one just a little bit more as far as on the Kayla aspect of it, because she went gold, because she's basically she already had everything already established for that, by herself. UFC kind of bigged up Ronda and kind of built her a little bit more in the MMA game, which, not taking away from Ronda, she had already racked up all her wins and all that good shit. But outside of all that, women were still kind of down at the bottom. So, way period point blank, her as an Olympian, the world already knew who she was, just like you said, from the jump. So bringing her into MMA was smart and easy for them to already be like, oh, shoot, now the world wants to see what she's going to do. So the world's going to tune into that association, that channel, that whatever, because we've already seen her previously on the big stage, on TV, on that. So to bring her over here, in my opinion, would be like Ronda going to WWE. She's already somebody in the UFC, so going over there and making money is nothing. So bringing a platform for her in MMA would have been nothing. She already has her fans. They're coming with her no matter where she goes. So doesn't matter. If you pick up Kayla, you automatically got a gold mine because she's already out here. She's already our American champ. So we rocking with her no matter what.
It was kind of a cool pair up where, you're the streetwise kid, the OG, if you don't mind me saying, and you got, the sweetheart of America, judo champ. And I mean, talk about, you wish they kind of put a little bit more spin on that, because it was such a different.
I mean, it's going to be like next year. I think next year is when all the women's promotion is going to go up. They know what they're doing. So, she got the big name. They're doing all that good stuff. But just like with the guys, and they did their things and their stuff, you'll know exactly. I think PFL will make it exactly known which each woman will bring and promote them properly. In the meantime, I don't think they could have if you worked a little harder. But, in 3 weeks, they could have, conjured up something and did something. But at the end of the day, they really didn't have to. They had their golden girl. They know what they needed. That all they needed to promote was her, and all eyes was going to be tuned in. So at the end of the day, I'm just happy and blessed to be the second name on that. So while that bitch was famous, I got really famous outside of being famous from already doing MMA. now the world knows who the fuck I am because of Kayla. So, I mean, here and there, you know, we all gained something from this experience. So they put me on the map as far as the world and all the rest of the MMA fans or Olympian fans or judo fans or jiu-jitsu fans. Everybody that was out there watching her, they got to see me as well. So it was a blessing to be in there with our American champion.
Yeah, it's really I mean, I don't really recall seeing a lightweight fight with women in it. Like I haven't seen nobody's really seen too many of them, especially televised.
Yeah.
And to see you both move and then dropping those heavy bombs, I mean, it was scary to watch because I was like, somebody's gonna go out. And really would have liked to have seen it go the full length of you know, the third round. Would have totally preferred that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what were your thoughts going in? What was your game plan going into that fighting a judoka and you know,
it was
knowing
just,
that she's going to try and take you down?
Yeah, just stay away was my game plan. Stay away. I kind of got a little too tall with my base. And then when she came in, that motherfucker, we didn't expect to do her to do any takedowns wrestling style. We thought she would try to throw me all upper body and all that. So that's what I was mainly looking for. So when she came in, you know, tackled me like a football player, that shit caught me off guard. I'm like, oh shit, here I go, I'm flying. So, yeah, I just prepared myself for the upper body throws or traditional judo throws. Just thinking, getting used to her just doing, and then watching her fight with Elkin. You know, I just figured, you know, that's what she would have done. So yeah, the two-legged takedowns and her rushing me really caught me off guard. You know, the time I tried to get up a couple times, one of them inside trips, he kind of like popped my knee out. So when I was trying to get from under, I couldn't really base out on that left foot. So just like, fuck, you know, once I did do my little scramble, it was like, fuck, I wasn't quick enough to get, I couldn't get on my legs quick enough to get all the way up. So it's like, fuck, now I got to pull her back to the guard, side control, try to do something like that because I wasn't able to get back on my knee fast enough, quick enough to get all the way off my feet to, you know, keep it standing. So, you know, the little scrambles that I did get, I was like, fuck, I can't even do shit with it, you know, grab her again, just, you know, grab her, hold her, you know. So, you know, we prepared, I think, in the amount of time that we had, the best we could. I mean, I didn't expect to, you know, to get my knee popped so early. You know, I had my knee braces on. You know, I if I get too flat-footed or something like that, my knees, they tend to roll. So I wanted to make sure I was, you know, totally on that. I wore my knee braces, all that good stuff. My ankles, I do as well. If you get too flat-footed on your ankles, you can roll your ankles when you try to throw something too hard. I'll fucking twisted my own ankles out. So, you know, I thought about everything in there to shut what she got down, as well as, you know, being careful with things that I know I tend to do. If I try to do something and I'm flat-footed or something, I didn't want to, you know, go in there and mess myself up. So, I mean, I came in there with the game plan that I should have. So I think I wouldn't take anything away from the game plan that I had now and use it the same way that I would do it when I fight Kayla again. It's just going to be the same thing. Stop what she's trying to do. Keep her on the outside. Use my boxing, use my footwork to keep her away. Hopefully, I can, you know, my knees don't mess with me in the second fight, and you know, there's no popping, no, you know, I'm light on my feet. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and you know, people actually get to see my groundwork. My scramble was a little bit better. You know, it was just after that second round, it was just like, no, I just knew I couldn't put the pressure that I needed to on my left knee, and you know, I was kind of depending on that right one to just say, you know, hold me through. And then next thing I know, I was in the air again, like, fuck.
Yeah.
Down
Now,
goes Josie again.
yeah, and that's for our listeners. You were injured prior to a fight earlier this year that you had scheduled. Did you have to drop out of that with Marissa Pender or something like that? Was that correct?
Yeah. I rolled my knee. Coming out of the hot tub, girl. I'm getting out of the hot tub and I just fucking slipped on the bottom step of this hot tub, and I rolled my knee. Go to the emergency right next to our fucking our gym, Lifetime Fitness.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the emergency that we had over there, and I'm like, oh shit, I heard something pop, so took an X-ray, no bones, da da da. At the time, the doctor didn't need say anything else. That this that I told her what I could do. She told me which way or every direction that I should be fine. Gave me a knee brace. 3 weeks later, I was a-okay, back to training, feeling good, feeling like 100%. I can't tell you exactly what happened in the fight that did it. I just know that something tweaked. I don't know if it was the end of the first round or sometime in the second round. I heard something pop while she was taking me down, and I kind of just was like, don't show that you're hurt, but just hold her. All I could think of in my head was, fuck, we just gotta hold this bitch, because I don't think we're gonna be able to get off this ground, with one knee, and as strong and as athletic that she is, there's no way that I wouldn't have been able to get to my feet, with just one of them with one knee. So, I just tried to stay wise and try to just keep my hands on her, keep myself in a good position to where she's not, too much killing me with dominancy, and then I'm looking real, real bad.
Yeah.
The mount, in the second round, I was at least able to get her in the full guard.
Right.
But after that, like the end of the first round, when she got that fucking full mount and went for that armbar, I was like, oh shit. Because I
that
have
was
post up.
serious business. Everybody was like, I can't believe she didn't get it, because it looked like she was really like yanking on your arm.
Yeah, she hyperextended my shit. But all I thought to myself was, bitch, you are not Brittany Elkin. You are not going out in the first round. It's not fucking happening. It's not fucking happening.
Yeah. My
team told me how many fucking seconds it was. I put that foot in there, get the fuck off of me, and let me out of here. Let me out. Let me out.
I was like, don't tap. Whatever you do, you got 5 seconds. Don't tap. And
yep, my team kept yelling.
And then they like robbed you. Like I was like, oh, the ref like gave her the, like I was like, oh my God. At least if it went to decision, it's like, I mean,
we take the L anyway.
Yeah.
We take it anyway.
Yeah, let it go though. But there was still 4 more minutes or something left of the round. I was like, oh my gosh, anything could have happened.
Yeah. Dragged it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know that they're, the referees, their ultimate goal is to keep you the fighters safe. I mean, maybe from his angle, he couldn't see what was happening to you. So I often think sometimes they stop a fight a little prematurely because it's women.
For the women.
And that referee is not really, I mean, nobody really probably knows him in how many, in how many female fights has he reffed? Who knows?
Right.
But yeah. So your knee, is it fine? I mean, like after that fight, have you had it checked out, or
I'm gonna get an MRI with it when I get home. I'm thinking it's without the X-ray, it looks like the nurse is saying she probably thinks it's a torn meniscus or something like that. Being that I'm still able to walk and all that good stuff. So I just keep it iced up, wrapped up. It's swollen. So got my little Advil to keep the swollen down. It's been icing it up. I get an MRI right when I get home. They'll check his nose out. They think it's a minor fracture on a baby fracture, like I told her.
Yeah, black
I don't think my nose is broke. Being I just, my body is your body protects you. So I told her I took major knees from Bobby Joe, and my knee wasn't broke and my nose wasn't broke. So there's no way that my nose is broke. But she told me that she did see a baby fracture that's gonna heal up on its own. Like I said, like I thought. Nothing that nobody can do about it. They just check it up. I go to see the orthopedic doctor just to see the fracture that's going to heal on its own.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically it. So check up with them, make sure everything is A-okay, and hopefully, if I do need surgery on this knee, that it's not too long that I'm out, because I need to get back in the game plan. 219 is around the corner, and I need $1 million.
Yes, don't we all? Except you're working for it. Yeah, bodily, taking bodily harm for $1 million. So that fight with you fought Bobby Joe?
Oh,
So you fought Bobby Joe. When was that fight? I didn't see that.
I fought Bobby Joe 2015. Was it 15? 16. 2016. December. Was it December?
So it was a couple years ago.
I don't know.
And
September, maybe.
Is that your only loss, or is
Oh
that...
no, October. No, yeah, that was my first loss. Kayla Harrison is my second loss.
And how did you lose to Bobby Joe?
Decision.
Okay. Yeah, I just needed we all needed a refresher on that one. Yeah, because I know some people are wondering where she might be the next opponent for maybe Kayla, just to give her someone else before, now we're going to get into the cyborg stuff. and the tough 28 show. I know you tried out for that. I interviewed a bunch of the women. I think the show airs sometime. Is it already on, or is it's starting in September?
Sometime this month, I'm sure.
Month, the end of the month or something, because I haven't seen any promotions for it. What are your thoughts on featherweight division for the UFC?
They bogus as fuck. UFC is bogus. They bogus. They don't want no featherweight as far as I'm concerned. They went out there. I don't know. I felt like we were little monkeys in the damn zoo. They went out there just to see us, to look at us, and then walk home. Pay for us to be there. It's just the opposite.
Yeah.
We had to get there. Good thing. Nothing bad about that. I enjoyed my stay. It was one of the best experiences that we had. But to go out there and tell us y'all gonna have featherweights and then have fucking 50,000 135ers and all that extra stuff was just it was just like, why'd you do all that? Y'all knew who was 145. Y'all knew who, and y'all know what we brought to the table. So why'd you go do all that just to do something different? Like I didn't get it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody gets it. Like why they did that. Even Chris Cyborg's been pretty public about her thoughts on it. And for her to have a fight, it doesn't look like it's going to happen with any of those probably contenders later on down the road, because she's
no.
If
anybody's in there, it's only two real featherweights.
Yeah.
And then everybody else is just like, come on, we got 0-0. What the fuck? No, like it's a lot of things in there that they're just not ready. For Cyborg at that level. Everybody's skilled, but it's like when it's time to go. Right when it will be time for them to go, it'll look like any other Cyborg fight in the first round. Nobody really. We're tired of seeing that shit.
Right.
We want some shit that. We want some Holly Holmes and motherfucking Cyborg. We tired of playing games with Cyborg and acting like she's just dominant champ, and y'all ain't putting her against no other dominant fighters. That shit is not cool. We don't like that. And as far as real fighters don't like that. Real MMA fans, real people like that, that doesn't impress us. Seeing Cyborg knock somebody out that we know she can knock out is not impressive. So it's like, give us something that we can say, oh shit, that's why she's Cyborg. Other than that, then we don't know why she's Cyborg. Anybody can be Cyborg when you're setting them up looking like this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see somebody more in her weight.
Yeah.
And see what happens there. because we haven't seen that. I mean, there hasn't been that opportunity in the beginning. They just, there was never the opportunity for women at that level to fight. I mean, there was, Marlos Kunin. She actually did very well against
Bellator.
in Bellator. I mean, but now it's like, okay, and she seems kind of like, done with the UFC, I think, but I wonder if she'll fight if another promotion picks her up, say PFL offers her a fight, or
they might as well bring her ass to me. I mean, what they waiting on? Dana White don't want me to have her, so somebody better bring her to me.
Yeah, or Scott Coker at Bellator. I mean, he's always been a great advocate for women's MMA.
Yeah.
He might, jump on that kind of thing. And then I've seen too, what's going to happen even with Invicta FC. Shannon could still, say, hey, why don't you come here and let's put on a show? They could still do it too.
Yep. I guess it just depends on her, what's going to be best for her. And when's her UFC contract up? Those are the questions only she can answer. But, the only thing we want to see is her fight real people. That's it.
I think everybody does. Everybody's kind of like would love to see something, more realistic, because they're just throwing at her like some of the last fights. It was like, really, really, you knew how it was going to end. So who's going to pay for that?
Nobody.
Yeah, exactly. So let's dive in a little bit about you and your history. If is that okay? Is that okay subjects to talk about? Like how you started in martial arts?
I started off just with a friend. We were just sitting poolside. She had been watching some local fighters here, and had basically mentioned to me that I could, stop fighting in the streets and start fighting for some money, since I've been doing it so long anyway. And I'm like, well, where? Blase. I hooked up with the guy and kept at my boxing gym where I've been, and then started taking jiu-jitsu classes. And it just went from there. Made my debut a month and a half later. Got another fight that same year in September. In August, went pro that next month in September, 2012, and just been rocking ever since. I knew it was just something that I loved to do. I knew it was something that I didn't have to think about doing. And then they said they're going to put some money on top of it, and it was just like, oh, the lights just opened up, the clouds, and it was just like, it was my calling.
That's awesome. So when you were a street fighter, gangster, I'm like, how did you get into a fight? What the heck are you thinking? Like, what happened?
It's just, it's bars, it's after parties, it's guys thinking that they're going to show me that I'm a woman trying to be a man, and they're going to show me that I'm not a man. I was like, no, I'm going to show you, you're going to get embarrassed by a woman, but keep your ass away from me, bro. Stay away. So, it's different things that come across in the streets where people are highly intoxicated. Pride gets in the way. I was a very, very prideful person. Mm-hmm. So when somebody did try to check me or try to act like I was going to be checked, then I would let them know that there is no checking me. There is no putting me in my place, but you can try. So a lot of situations happen, like people trying to put me in a place that I never belonged in, and I let them know immediately where I belong. Yeah. So that's kind of how things happen out there in this cruel, cruel world.
Yeah, wow. So could you share a personal habit or a daily routine that contributes to your success?
I pray. I pray every day. I thank the Lord every day that I wake up for just being here. Every night, I ask for forgiveness, for everything that I didn't do, that I said I was going to do that day. And just to be a better me every day. And, just my faith period just allows me to be the person I am, and hold back and put away some of them temptations of this world that, that only seem to find us when we're in our right state of mind, in our place, to try to get us back off track. So just being mindful and having my daily meditation and my daily prayers, I can say is been the main contribution to my success. Just keeping my faith and knowing that I can do anything that I want to do if I don't self-sabotage. A lot of people don't understand that they're their own enemy. And I've learned that a long, long time ago that, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. And the only person that's going to stop me is me. So that's my main thing. God, pretty much, is what I attribute to my success.
What was the pivotal turning point that you learned to do that, and you kind of, had that switch flip?
It's just MMA. Really kind of allowed me to, get off these street fighting. Any other time I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't do anything because, it was in there. And then when you realize you're in a skill, and you take martial arts serious, and you like, this person doesn't know what you could do to them. So, sometimes you're saving people. And I've saved a lot of people coming into MMA and them thinking that they're going to do this and they're going to do that. And then my pride is pushed away and say, you know what, hey, let them think whatever they want. I've learned to think before I act a little bit faster now. I let a lot of stuff just roll over my shoulder. I just turn the cheek on people. It's just every day, I just ask to be more and more patient, less and less angry, and that's all I can do. And it's every day, you come into different challenges, and those challenges is what makes you who you are. You can't be patient without a situation that's going to come in here and mess up your timing. Be in the way of something, and then you're forced to be this patient. Patience just doesn't happen. These are lessons that you learn, and you go, oh, that's what patience comes from. So it's like everything you have in front of you prepares you to be the person you want to be. So I'm welcoming to more of these things and these experiences to make me exactly who I want to be. So I'm just taking each day at a time and just trying to do what I do best. And I've literally just taken all my pride out. I don't have anything else to prove to anybody. Everything I do is for me. Now I'm building a legacy for me, my family, and the people that I love and the people that I actually care about opinion. To leave that, to know that, what I've done, I don't have to go back and roll in my grave to try to prove who I am, that I left exactly who I am here on earth. And there's people out here to witness exactly what my legacy is, exactly who I am, without a hater standpoint. So far, I think I'm doing actually that. I have enough people, I think, that knows who I am so far, that knows my legacy and what I will leave. So that's pretty much all I do. Is just try to better myself every day and just be the Joe that I want to be.
Yeah. Did I see you had a family loss this just prior?
Yeah, my foster mom passed away August 1st, excuse me. And yeah, that kind of, put, I almost backed out of the fight. And then I was like,
yeah,
I don't like to do that. It just, and then it's, it's even better, for the fight, to me. Those things, it makes you train a little harder.
Yeah.
Giving you extra eyeballs in your mind to say, now this person is watching me. Then this here watching you, and like it's just that extra little boost of motivation. I think, and so I just said, nope, we're gonna continue. This wasn't the first loss. I actually fought my cousin died of cancer, and I actually went to her funeral and then knocked the girl out my fastest ever. And I dedicated that fight. So I had a funeral the same day I fought. So, as long as I get my mind right, and I'm focused back. I can do anything at any time. So at that moment, everything was just seemed like it was crashing down on me, and so much in 1 month. It was just like, what a breakthrough it would be to beat this girl, and then with so much things against you, and there's no way I could pass up an opportunity like that either. After trying so hard for tough, knowing in my mind I'm gonna be on TV, didn't get that. So it's like, hey, this might be it. Fuck it, we're gonna take it. We ain't gonna pull out. We're gonna do what we do. We're gonna make the best of it, and we're gonna show the world who we are. And that's what I did. So August 16th, I'm not mad about anything. The world saw, so I showed the world who I was. They know who I am, and it's only gonna be more, and it's only gonna be better. I only get better every fight. So all they're gonna see is more and more and more. So I'm happy with that.
Wow, that's certainly some adversity too to work through mentally, as well as physically, because you're putting yourself in the cage with a fierce opponent, it's like, wow, what a mindset to actually kind of, say, yeah, I'm going to go through this after, such an emotional loss. I'm sure, with your foster mom. She must have played a major role in how you are today.
Yeah. Beautiful woman. Always told me to speak my mind. Never told me to, worry about anybody and anybody's judgment. There's only one person, that has that power. Just, allow me and told me, showed me it was okay to be me. And that everybody has something to work on. So, just keep doing you regardless, keep your faith, and, and that's it. So, I'm doing exactly that. I'm not going to change for nobody. I'm going to be the better me.
Yeah.
Keep doing what I do. And, I just, there was no way I wasn't going to be on TV. If she was here, she'd be sitting in her bed, she'd be watching me on TV. So there was no way I was going to let her be up in heaven and I'm not going to be on TV that she can't watch. So at the end of the day, I just knew that we had to make it happen regardless,
Right. So would you say she played a meaningful role in your life's journey and influenced you in a positive way? I mean, that's what it sounds like. That she did, definitely.
Yep.
Is there anybody else that, has been a role model for you that has helped you along in your journey as a fighter?
It's a lot of my coaches. I attribute a lot of who I am with my coaches and, how they give back. I got so many teachers. I feel like I'm the Akila and the B of Omaha. I mean, everybody has taken me and given me something and taught me something and gave me something personal for free, and with that and the way of this world, that's something you can't, this world is so greedy. And so when somebody gives you something to give you something because they believe in you, or they give you something because they know you need it and you might not be able to afford it if it had a price, those are the people that I love. My coaches, Kurt Badani, Denny Molino, my boxing coaches, over at Crawford's gym, those guys with that nonprofit gym, they just come in there, they give those kids that stuff for free. And then, just to make, world champions out of these people for free is just amazing, because when you go to so many other gyms, it's a fee, it's a cost. You have to see, if you can do this. Should I pay my rent? Should I follow my dreams? And those people out there give us that, knowing or believing that, or just giving. It's the art of giving something that somebody needs for nothing at all. Those are the people that inspire me. Those are the people that I love, and those are my coaches. Those are the people I have in my corner. My twin sister is amazing. I got in some trouble a while back. I lost my license. That's still gone. Driving under DUI. Took me to all my gyms. My girlfriend, the same. just looking out for me when I couldn't find a job. I got other little charges, misdemeanors and stuff, violent crimes where, people just wasn't hiring me. Like, well, shit, if she can do that, she might fuck me up. Like, but I do on my own time. Ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. But,
Yeah.
so they just looked at me and always had my back. So those are the people. My twin sister, is my rock. That's one person that, no matter what, has been holding me down since day one of this journey.
Mm. Did you spend some time in jail?
Yeah, plenty of times.
Plenty of times. When did that all start? How old were you?
Shit, I was a little bad. I went purse snatching when I was like 16 or 17, running around snatching purses.
So you were in foster care most of your young life, or most of your
off and on. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And did you have different foster care people?
Providers. Yep.
Providers. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know much about that. I'm like, and hearing this, it's for a young woman to be in foster care or young child, to me, it's like, I can't even imagine like what you had to go through to live through and then go through the system, and everything.
It's just strength, strength. My family came from a good background, church lady. So no matter what happened or anything I went through, I knew that somebody had me, somebody was looking out for me, and I just need to be strong. And eventually I'll grow up, and if anything happens, I will fuck somebody up. So, that was the thing that kept me going. I'm going to be big soon. You can only, the things you think about when you're young, you feel helpless, but, and you keep in your mindset, which I always did. I will be big. I will be just as big as you. I'm going to be big. Then, you stay strong. I'm strong, and I fought, everything. So my whole life, was basically a fight, and I had to stay strong. So I don't think I could go through anything and not be able to withstand it. I've been through the storm.
Yeah.
I've seen the light, so I can't complain. I won't complain.
Right. Now, when you were growing up, to get into foster care, your parents, what happened there? How did that happen? How did that transition happen?
Oh, I don't know. They did whatever they did. Pick my mom up. All the family members, they, whoever can do what, when they can do it, and you just get passed around like a sack of potatoes.
Wow.
Till you stable somewhere, or somebody agrees to the long term or whatever.
Mm. Now, so were you together with your sister too? Did they keep the two of you together?
Yep.
You didn't that's good. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you have any other siblings?
Yeah, I got 5 brothers. I got 5. My mom had 3 sets of twins. I got 7 brothers and sisters.
Wow.
My mom got 3 sets of twins, and I got 1 big sister. So, yeah, we deep.
Wow. Now, are you still close to your mom, your birth mom?
Yeah, always. She's a G.
She's a G. That's cute. Oh, wow. Wow. This sounds just like such an amazing story. I'm a bit like awestruck because I'm like, just hearing what you've been through and then where you are now. It's pretty amazing. Can you share a story in your fighting career where you had an aha moment of realization, something that you learned that you were like, oh, I didn't get that before, or did I lose you?
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say fighting Bobby Joe, I realized that you got to come with something different. Somebody's going to come and match you very, very well, and you just have to be ready for that matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Cyborg ain't never fought Cyborg.
Mm-hmm.
When I fought Bobby Joe, I felt like Jozette, without the hands, was in front of me. So Bobby Joe had the kicks. It was just Jozette with kicks was in front of me with Jozette, and I'm the one with the hands. So, you will be matched one day, really, really good, and then that's when your skill will be put on the line, and the real test will be made. And that's where good fights, that's where history is made, when real fights are put together and you guys are matched so well and we get to see what's going to happen. Watching.
Wow. Wow. Can you tell us a story, of on your journey where you experienced failure and what you learned, and then how you overcame the failure in your life?
I would say if anything, it'd be like losing weight. Just waiting to the last minute, letting other things distract me. Like, when my mom died, I went in on the fucking full out fucking alcohol binge. I should have been training for Kayla, but I didn't give a fuck because I didn't know if I was going to fight or not. So it didn't matter. I was getting drunk every day, trying to cover up my feelings and do these things, and then realize, okay, well, I'm going to take this fight. Guess I'll stop drinking now. So, there's things that, I wouldn't say are necessarily failures. I would say that and wasn't looked at. My failures, I can't say are real failures because there's no way I tried 100% and then I failed. So and those things, everything that I failed at in my life, I did half-assed. So anything I lost or anything that didn't go the way I wanted it to, because I half-assed it. Anything I put 100% in, there's no failure at all, period, point blank. So if I half-assed something and I fail, then I realize that it's me. It's the decisions that I'm doing this. So I haven't had a lot of failures in my life. I've let myself down a lot of times. I've disappointed myself plenty of times. And that's all in me. That's all on me. So with that being said, I haven't failed at a lot of things because most of the things I put my all into it. I put 100% into it. So everything usually comes out exactly the way I want it to.
Sounds like you take radical responsibility and you're very accountable to yourself, which is an awesome mindset. It's an awesome mindset, even when you have your own weaknesses and you're moving through your own weaknesses, dealing with your emotions. I mean, it's a tough loss, losing a loved one. And then, kind of being a little bit confused whether or not you want to fight or you're not 100%. No one's 100%, I think, in a fight. Or some sort of competition. That's why it's always amazes me with athletes that compete at high levels like yourself, and they perform under such emotional stresses that, normal people, everyday people that are, fight fans that are watching you fight, they're like, wow, how do they do that? They just lost somebody so significant to them, and yet they're performing at this optimum level. And yeah, as human beings, you got to understand that you can't always be, you're doing the best that you can in the situations that are being offered to you. So it's pretty amazing that you did come through that. I was wondering if you were going to fight. I kept looking, I was like, did she already have it or did she drop out? And then when I saw that it was on, I was like, wow, God bless her, because that takes a lot. It takes a lot to willpower yourself to get in there and to do that, because getting in the cage itself, even though you want to be there, that's, somebody's going to be trying to take your head off, and you have to have the right mindset to be able to be in that situation inside the cage. The door's closed. Nobody's helping you,
Yep.
You're on your own in there. And Kayla looked like a freaking terror too. You did too. Both of you scare the shit out of me. But I'm like, to be able to do that with what was going on in your life, it's pretty flippin' phenomenal. So what keeps you up at night?
Nothing really. My girlfriend. Her attitude. Shit.
And then let's see, what's next? What has been the greatest challenge for you to deal with fear, and then how do you overcome it?
I don't have fear, so I wouldn't know how to answer that one.
Fear of dying or anything like that? Any sort of fear of dying or
No,
no?
Lord Jesus Christ is my Savior. Ready to go home.
Yeah. Yeah. What, can I ask, what was it like being in jail?
Boring as fuck. Somebody telling me what to fucking do. Like I got a fucking kid.
Oh man.
Long to be. You got 15-minute phone calls. You got a fucking hour video visit. It was bullshit. I felt captive. I was captive, huh?
Mm.
Go to bed when you told. I went because disruption. It's just too much. It was elementary times 30.
Elementary times 30. I mean, were you able to meditate or connect with, God or anything like that? I mean, did you find that you
Oh,
utilize that time for that or?
yeah, that's all you can do. Yeah, that's all you can do is look at yourself. Because every day you got to look at yourself, and you know why you're in there. And you just look at yourself every day and say, okay, I can't do this again. Now, you know.
Yeah. Does your twin sister, does she do any of the things that you do? Does she fight or she
No,
no interest?
no.
That's fascinating. Like when you have a sibling, then you have two complete different personalities. It's so cool. What
Mm-hmm.
are maybe three things that you would say that are essential to your success of leading an empowered life? And I know you said, let's say, one is the meditation, and what are a couple other things that you do?
I'll just say, um, I don't know. Being coachable, being able to listen. I think a lot of people can't take criticism. A lot of people can't take somebody else's opinion about something that may be good because um, I welcome a lot of things. I welcome a lot of people's opinions. I welcome um, anybody wiser than me, older than me, to be younger. I know a lot of younger people that's younger than me. Anybody that can teach me something, I think that's been pretty much one of my good attributes is just being able to take something, um, sum it up, maybe not like how they said it, but I'm a very give an example type of girl. So I could take what they're saying and even though they said it a certain way, I know what they mean and take that with me. And some things you hold and some things you don't. I know the difference between, holding on to something and things you don't need to hold on to. I don't believe in baggage. So, somebody's opinion, it won't mean as much to me. That's why I get on Twitter and I get in these fancies with these people on Twitter because, I take your opinion, it means nothing. And I keep it moving. While others somebody could say the same thing somebody else says to you at period point blank, and that's in life period point blank. And one thing could mean something different and mean a little bit more, but they said the same thing. So um, I just take things and I appreciate it. So whether it's good or bad, I take that opinion and I appreciate it, and sometimes I use it and sometimes I don't. Sometimes it goes straight to the trash. But just the ability to be able to take something from somebody else and then use it in a way, I think that's the best thing that I have going that attribute to my success is I'm always able to be taught. I think I know everything, but I know I don't know everything. So you get people to tell me, I do think I know everything, but I know I don't know everything. So I'm always trying to learn and get, new advice to, stuff.
That's a great assessment. I think a lot of people are like that, like I think I know it all, but I'm willing to learn something new. It's awesome. How do you see yourself as a role model to girls and young women coming up, maybe in the sport or just in general?
I just see myself as an advocate to being yourself, to being strong, and not caring about what anybody thinks. I think that a lot of girls will that's what they'll see from me, and realize it's not fake, it's not flaunting, it's not to impress. I do impress. I like people to smile, I like people to
Oh, I lost you. Ooh.
stand up for it, to just do certain things without a purpose, to just, you know, comedy show make you laugh, okay, cool. To make somebody else laugh at somebody else's expense is not funny. You know, it's a time and a place to do certain things, and I think that the world sees that I do what I do, and the things that I fight for are right on time when it needs to be fought for. I don't do anything unnecessary. I don't move unless I need to move. And I think with that being said, and being exactly true to myself, I think that that will be, you know, what the women and the children coming up will take from me the most and run with.
Mm-hmm. How important is having resilience and courage in the fight game?
I mean, it's you need it. Period. Point blank. Too many people go in there with the mindset that they know they're gonna lose. You don't perform it the way you act. You know. So if you're going in there like that, you're timid. You think somebody can hurt you, they're gonna hurt you. You know. So you got to go in there and believing in your ability to do whatever you can do. You got to be able to go in there and believe in who you are. And yeah, there's another person on the outside trying to show you exactly who they are. And so the best who you are is going to be told that night. So with that being said, you know, you just got to go in and believe that you know enough to be able to do and make the outcome that you want.
Were you ever told no and kept from doing something because you felt it was because you were a woman?
That's almost everything in life. They try to, I mean, that's couldn't work at a certain job because, you know, I was working at a packing plant. And, you know, my boss didn't want me to show up to Little Mexican, so they didn't want me cutting certain meat because that, you know, that was what the Mexicans was doing to make their money. You know, that's everywhere we go. Somebody tries to tell you can't do something, or not even that you can't. They don't want you to. They, you know, it's for the sake of the embarrassment of this is what they fucking been paying these guys to do for so many years that they really ain't doing shit. We probably should probably lowball this job because, you know, we had it at a high ball and she going in there and making it look like it was just easy. So, you know, sometimes it just, you know, they save in the face for somebody else. So when I've been told no for something, it's because it's somebody else's face that needed to be saved.
Holy moly, I like how you said that. Wow. I think a lot of women feel that way. How did you handle those situations?
I handled it like there's nothing we can do about it. There's certain things you can do. I learned a long time ago, you know, you fight certain battles. Like I said, if I'm going to fight for something, I'm going to fight for it. This is not my company. You know, it's not the thing. The thing, if I go and go hard and fight like Jozette going to fight, next week they're going to have some goddamn excuse of why I'm fired or why I was hostile in the workplace. So I sit back, I let them run their shit like they want to. So when I get my shit, I'm going to run it the way I want to.
Yeah, do you feel like there's been that kind of that belief that, oh, you're crazy if you show any emotion and you get like irritated because somebody's not doing their job and you express it, and then you're the crazy
I'm always
one?
crazy. Trust me, I'm always the crazy person. I'm always the one going off. I need to calm down. Ma'am, calm down. I'm always her. I said, well, shit, if you think I need to calm down right now, bitch, you don't never want to see me worked up. If you think right now I need to be calm, because this is calm, baby.
I can say I know I felt that way, but probably didn't probably kept my mouth shut, because you're typically as a woman, you're like, oh well, I don't want to rock the boat or I don't want to do this or that. But it's the women that do rock the boat that get change to happen,
Right.
you know? Um, so what's motivating you now? What's next for you now? Like what do you want to happen?
That the Millie is motivating me. Feeding my family is motivating me. That's it. I don't really care about the fame, but that money and shit that come with it. Okay, I'll take that too. You know what I mean? I just want them to know who the baddest woman in the world is. So, with this platform that they're giving us right now, and the opportunities that PFL is doing, and all over the globe, boxing, all that shit, they're giving us the opportunity. We just got to get in there and let them know, what I'm saying? We should have been out here. We should have been doing it. And I think we did that. I think August 16th, let them know, we got that fire in our asses. We ready to, blow some shit up. So, my guys is still over there playing and trying not to get knocked the fuck out. We're going to go in there and leave our stuff in the octagon. You know what I mean? So, I just think that, we about to get it, and I don't have no question about it anymore. I was like, oh, I want to be in the UFC. Like, I don't aspire to be there anymore. With the things that PFL got going and the system they have, I for them every year for $1 million until I die.
Is
Being in
PFL
the UFC and
is PFL going to be offering some sort of tournament next year? Is that what you're alluding to?
Yep.
What's the what have they been saying to you as a fighter about that?
What I just told you, that we're gonna be fighting do the same situation, the same structure that the guys are doing. They're gonna try to get the girls the same way.
Monetarily, money wise.
Yeah, the whole organization. There will be a women's PFL champ that will win for, I don't know how many weight classes they got. The guys, they got 5. I know for sure the 155 will be there, me, Kayla, and the rest of the 155ers, they're going to have a tournament for us to win $1 million. I don't know if they're going to do more than one weight class, but they know for sure the 155 women's weight class will be in tournament next year.
Oh, wow. That's great to hear. I know you've been saying it, but I just wanted it explained so our listeners, know and can anticipate that that's what's coming. And even for some of the other female fighters that are out there, that say, okay, something to prepare for.
Hit them up. Hit up PFL. Hit up the matchmakers.
Yeah.
The PFL, they need a list of names. They need you girls out there. You're trying to compete for the Millie next year.
Yeah.
The same way. They're doing it just like the guys. Y'all can go Google the PFL structure, the tournament style. You can Google all that. You're getting money off top, spirit, point blank. Every fight, I'm thinking, is at least 10 grand and up. Onto bigger money, onto bigger things. So everything, you can go and Google their structure and how they're doing it. It's really amazing. It's just like tournament style basketball, football. It's going nuts. It really is.
I'm going to have to look it up because I haven't yet. I'll have to look it up and find out a little bit more about it. I the first time I ever heard of them was probably because Kayla actually signed with them, and she used to train at the gym here in Boston, Sityodtong, for a little while. She kind of started out there, and then she moved to top team. But this is really cool. This is great news for women's mixed martial arts. It sounds awesome. So any parting words of wisdom or a shout out to anybody that you'd like to give?
I want to shout out the Lord Jesus Christ, who's my Savior, my sister, my girlfriend, my mom, my team. Shout out the whole Omaha, Nebraska. You already know what it was. I came to put it on the map. I want to thank all my sponsors that's been holding me down from jump. Y'all the best. Constantly believing in me, having my back, and helping me out, where I was less fortunate. I want to thank all the fans out there that's been sticking with me, being there. I want to thank all my haters, big ups haters. I want to thank you, Shelly, for bringing me on today, letting people get to know a little bit more about the Head Buster. To everybody out there, just follow your dreams. There is always going to be distractions, setbacks. and all that. Go through your little spiel, do what you need to do. I'm gonna give y'all 48 hours. Don't go over about 40, 72, 72. Okay, let me go 72. Get your head back in the game, get your mind right, keep yourself around everybody that believes in you, everybody that loves you. You have to be around love, otherwise that hate gonna come out. Keep yourself surrounded by the people that want the same thing as you want. Uh, you gotta peel people off. That ain't in the direction that you're going. We'll make our own setbacks. You do that. You pick yourself back up. You keep it moving, but don't allow any outside people to drag you down to get hold of you. Just live your life like you got one. And we all fall down. Just know that down you're only looking up. So if you keep your eyes and your perspective is that glass is always half full, then you'll be straight. You know what I mean? If you're looking at what you ain't got, then you always want something more. Be happy and blessed you already got and what he's already blessing you with. And I'm telling you, it ain't nothing but more and more and more is coming. God bless everybody out there. I appreciate y'all for taking time to tune in and getting to know, the people's champ.
The number one head buster. Thank you so much, Jozette, for being on the show. Really a pleasure to learn more about you. And I'm sure our listeners are going to have fun listening to this particular podcast. Really, really a pleasure having you on the show. Thanks again.
Thank you, baby. You have a good day.
You too. Enjoy your vacay. Hey, so wow, huh? That was Jozette Cotton, the number one head buster. Wow, that was really something to face, so much adversity in your life and then to make something of yourself and to, persevere and to move forward in your life, especially too her, this recent fight against Kayla Harrison after, a major loss in her life, losing her foster mom, and that was just, a week or so, 2 weeks before the fight. And, putting your head back in the game to get in and step in the cage against somebody who's a really, tough athlete and tough opponent. So, I definitely applaud Jozette. What an amazing woman she is, and really a true warrior and a heart of gold, obviously, after listening to her today. I hope you enjoyed this podcast today. I'm Shelley Devine, and I am the host and founder of Evolve Women's MMA. And I hope you will, join us and listen to these podcasts, because they are about women who are really defining and shaping our culture by stepping into the cage. They are symbolic of what we endure as women on a daily basis, only they are putting themselves out there in an arena that is, pretty much out of most of our comfort zones. And that's what this is about, is really stepping beyond your comfort zone and changing perceptions and, changing people's thinking about what women can do and what they will do to, pursue their dream. So if you like what you heard today and are eager to hear more, please remember to subscribe and to download on iTunes, maybe even, leave a review and let me know what you think, or give us a shout out on Facebook. Really would love to hear how you like the show and what we could do, what you want to hear more about. That would be really awesome. And then too, I have this great little 3-part video series that it's an email collector. So I get your email so you can get, my weekly podcast for free. But then there's also this 10x your energy without destroying your body. And these are, it's a little 3-part video series that teaches you how to 10x your energy, how to have a really good mindset, how to, move your body in a great way that's going to energize you. So check it out. You can get a hold of that. It's on the website, evolvewmma.com. And you can also, follow us on Facebook, / I love WMMA. This is Shelley Devine. Until next time, thanks for listening.